No more Mo. It's old flat top Howard David, who looks just like...
No Mo?
Absolutely. Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Well, let me ask you something. What does that have to do with...
Drudge packing?
Now in concert, it's John Kerry.
I believe.
John Kerry, coming soon to a town near you.
Help.
I need somebody.
Help.
Just anybody.
Help.
I need someone.
Help. Young Americans. All.
Right.
Young Americans.
John Kerry sings the classic hits. John Kerry.
Young Americans. All.
10:01 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday. We're going to talk fast again today because we got a ball game. We got more sports, baby. And this ball game don't even have anything to do with... Right. That Clarence, what an imbecile. No wonder Duff resents and hates him like poison. You know what? What a little quisling. A little sports nerd. Although I'm sure, like I told you before the show, I think the orders came from above about the hysterical way that this radio station approached that whole thing on Tuesday.
Correct.
Yeah, that's probably where it came from.
What do you mean?
Overgrown child. Overgrown infant. At any rate, we're going to talk about all day today. Not just on this show. In fact, we got a whole new format now. It's all radio.
Right.
Morning, noon, and night.
Shaq AM.
You got it. In fact, anybody want to shack up with... there you go. There's something to think about. And even Iraq rhymes with... But anyway, you did all that yesterday. So you tell me.
Right.
We start with the death toll in Iraq. The sad, tragic, unnecessary news. Just unspeakable. A roadside bomb exploded north of Baghdad early yesterday, killing one U.S. infantry 1st Division soldier and bringing to 900 the number of U.S. military forces killed since the beginning of military operations March 2003. I thought that once we got Saddam, though, that was going to end, and once we turned the kings of the kingdom over to that butcher, that Alawi guy, I thought that was going to allow us to get off the hook.
The new
for old time's sake. Well, what can I tell you? Not looking good. Anyway, with all due respect, somebody faxes us. There's nothing worse than somebody who's a finger pointer and a nitpicker who's picking the wrong nit. You know what I mean?
What
Kevin in Fort Lauderdale, you're full of crap, Kevin. He says, with all due respect, it's not Keith David, it's David Keith. Oh, God. This is when we were doing the actors on Tuesday, the underrated overs and unders and the unders and ungers. And we talked about Keith David, who was in Requiem for a Dream, who's a big, nasty-looking, dark-complected guy. David Keith was a very pasty, white-complected guy in Family Affair.
Right.
So I hate to break the news to you, Kevin, but Keith David and David Keith, they're two different people. And all I can say to you is, get a life, Keith.
I have no life.
Okay. I mean, we make a lot of mistakes on this show. Don't forget we got the Marlin pregame at 12:30. I made a mistake right there by saying that because that immediately sends people diving for anything else. They want to get a head start on exiting. Marlin pregame at 12:30. Marlins at the Phillies. They lost a tough one 2-1 last night. 1:05 game time. So we get out of here at 12:30 today.
All right.
What a tough schedule, man. Life is good, even if you don't care about. Here's George's pull. George's pull, and Joe's comments there at the end of his show. He's got an excellent point. I'm hearing from everybody, even people that don't know him. That Mo looks just like really
absolutely
bizarre. I mean, great with that new look. Flat top.
Yeah. Flat
top used to be a haircut, but now it's just I guess you'd call it a haircut.
Sure, because he did cut.
Oh God, Mo! Here's a man seeking to find a head identity. You know what I mean? It's one thing for guys that are looking for a head, but this guy's looking for a head identity. Well, what is it? What can I do with it? Anyway, here was George's poll yesterday. What name are you tired of hearing the most? Well, I was thinking. Anyway, yeah. leading though, George W. Bush, 350. I was watching this morning when Thomas Keane and who's the other one?
Michael Caine. No,
from India, Lee Hamilton. When they handed him the copy, his own personal copy. I wonder if they autographed it of the 9/11 report. And he took it and thank you. And what's the word? He strutted away in kind of a doofus. He walks like a doofus.
Right.
He talks like a doofus.
Abu Ghraib.
He does things like a doofus. I mean, he's a doofus is what he is, this president. George W. Bush, 350. And look who came in second, 275.
He was leading
We're
for a
doing
while.
a whole poll today about I'm outdoing you on that.
Oh, no.
Miriam Elephant, 166. Martha Stewart, 145. Just leave the poor bitch alone.
No.
That uppity bitch. I got to play that today. Let me forget. I haven't played that in a long time. You been playing that?
No, not that one.
No. That uppity bitch. Bobo the Tiger, he's still dead, 106. Scott Peterson, 106. She's still dead, and the baby, too. Michael Jackson, 79. Jessica Simpson, 71. Oh, yeah. Wasn't I just saying that the other day?
Show enough.
John Kerry, 60. O.J. Simpson, 57. Mike Ditka, 8. And Emerald Lagasse, 8. And back in the day, after I said Lagasse, I would have probably played like a little something, but I can't take it. Ooh. Oh, that was a little raspberry.
Little sneaker.
No, little raspberries are good for you. On our beaded curtain today, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, Joan Blondell, who I bet you 90% of this audience, how many people in the whole audience do you think know who Joan Blondell was?
About 30, man.
Old actress with huge jugs, Joan Blondell. And there she is, stark naked.
Yeah, and clean.
Clean, shaven.
Like Mo.
I hear that in that picture she's shaving better than Mo, is what I'm hearing. But anyway, you'll have to judge for yourself. Maybe we can get, Mo, since he's got this whole new altitude now, on some days, maybe he'd be kind enough to volunteer for a picture. We could put a new picture of the new flat top Mo against the old bad wig Mo. Who was the doctor that performed the surgery on that hairpiece? Anyway. Oh, I forget.
Absolutely.
Joan Blondell, born August 30th, 1906. If you were alive today, which she's not, she'd be old, 98, almost. Born in New York City, died December 25th, 1979 of leukemia. Known as wisecracking, big-boobed, blue eyes, whatever. And that's quite a picture, although I don't want to talk about it.
That's a wisecrack.
The interesting part about this on IMDb, the biography of Joan Blondell, is that she made a movie. She died in 79, and her last movie, The Woman Inside, came out in 81. So either they were just using the dead body as a prop, or they started work on it long before they released it. The Rebels, 79, The Champ, The Glove, Battered, Grease, The Baron, Opening Night. She was in a zillion. If I were to, we'd be at ball game time if I were to read all the movies that she was in, Joan Blondell. She sure got a lot of work. I mean, just unbelievable. Wonton Ton, The Dog Who Saved Hollywood. Winner Take All. Dead Don't Die. And evidently that might have been the case with her. Banyan, Support Your Local Gunfighter. The Finks. Here Come the Brides. Kanya Kona Coast, The Real McCoys TV series. And she was all over the place. So there she is behind a beaded curtain. If you're over the age of 100 and you're really desperate, you might want to take a look at that. She's stark naked. I mean, it's all there in glossy detail. The September 11th Commission concludes that a failure of imagination, not governmental neglect, allowed 19 hijackers to carry out the deadliest terrorist attack in U.S. history. The panel calls for an intelligence overhaul to confront an al-Qaeda organization intent on striking again. And here I thought we had, chopped the head off of al-Qaeda is what I've heard of.
That's right.
I guess they lied to us again. While faulting institutional shortcomings, the bipartisan report being released today, in fact just came out a short time ago, they handed it to El Presidente, doesn't blame Bush or Clinton for mistakes contributing to the 2001 terrorist attacks. The report, which is the culmination of a 20-month investigation into the plot that killed nearly 3,000 people in New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania, describes the meticulous planning and determination of hijackers who sought to exploit weaknesses in airline and border procedures by taking test flights. A surveillance video that surfaced yesterday shows, and why even talk about that thing? I mean, what does that video mean? They've shown it how many thousand times?
About 30, man.
And just a grainy video, and there's these guys waltzing through, and you can't even really make out their face or who they are or what they're doing. Although I thought it was pretty interesting where that one guy stuck the detector.
Rectum.
The president, bracing for a report that will be sharply critical of the government's intelligence gathering, said yesterday he was looking forward to somebody reading it to him. He also said his administration was doing everything possible to combat terrorism, yada, yada. Richard Clark, you know that agent provocateur troublemaker who tells the truth too often. Dick Clark, former counterterrorism czar in the Clinton and Bush administrations and now an ABC consultant, said on the network's Good Morning America show, the commission avoided controversy. To get unanimity, they didn't talk about a number of things, like what effect is the war in Iraq having on our battle against terrorism? Did the president pay any attention to terrorism during the first 9 months of his administration? The controversial things, the controversial criticisms of the Clinton administration as well as the Bush administration just aren't there, he said. What they didn't do is say that the country is actually not safer now than it was then because of the rise in terrorism after our invasion of Iraq. Like somebody once said on the show, we stirred the hornet's nest and now they're buzzing all over the place. Which has nothing to do with, so we apologize for that. Now really, you talk about overkill. That what went on in this market, not just on this radio station, but all the TV channels and everybody in South Florida. You're a bunch of crazy people, you really are. It made the alien thing practically pale into insignificance, I would say, at least for it is not going to last that long, but at least for a day. It was just, even when you wiped your ass, it was intensive. No matter what happened, it was just out of control.
I was peeing and learning about Shaq at the same
time.
So
here's today's poll, and you better vote fast because we got that ball game at 12:30, and we don't want to forget about it. It's very important. How excited are you about the Shaq trade? I've got 4 choices on here. Now, maybe I left some out. I don't know. We could add some, but I think
no, my choice is on there.
Yeah, mine too. Anyway, how excited are you about the Shaq trade? Very. I'm pumped. Somewhat. I couldn't give a Schmidt less, or who the F is Shaq? Those are your 4 choices. I think that covers it pretty well.
Yeah.
Big, bald-headed, dark-complected guy who, and then I did go in the other room when he finally, and again, we don't want to have Josh Cordes get another spanking from Duff, but I'm sitting here and I opened the pot there from the score because I could see when Pat Riley started talking, and I don't really know what got on the air from this end or from your ass end or from over there. I don't know what happened. And then I'm trying to communicate and say, can I get out of here now? Can I go in the other room and make some lunch and just waltz away? Just walk away?
Just walk away.
But I was getting no communication because I guess Josh was so whipped up about, he probably was like...
yeah, you forgot to turn your pot on.
Right, you forgot the pot.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he was having a big attack. And it wouldn't surprise me if they changed the name of the Big Mac to the Big... When you think, at least in South Florida...
Everything's changing down here.
Right. So I went in the other room and I had the score on the TV. I punched it over. And saw about 3 minutes of it. Especially loved the part when he was talking about how overwhelmed he and his wife were by the incredible welcome in Miami, and about it was like just like the president. And at that point, I went to another channel and made lunch.
He has a wife.
He has a wife, you know.
He has a wife.
Oh, it is just so. And to me, what it says, it speaks volumes about how desperate the poor people of South Florida really are. I mean, there just ain't nothing going on except grotesque thunderstorms. And mosquitoes the size of bowling balls, and heat and humidity, the likes of which even in the deserts of Africa you seldom see. Other than that, it's great in the summertime. So here was the chance to grab on to something. Please, let me grab on. Let me hold on to it. Anything like... Right. So we'll take that poll and see how it lies. I'm going to have to think about my vote. Let's get that thing on there, Eric. Let's get with it, sweetheart.
It's on. I'm voting right now.
Oh, I probably have to refresh, okay?
Yeah, reshack it.
Okay, I just reshacked my thing. There it is. Well, let me think about this one for a while.
We'll wait.
10:13 at 560 WQAM. Marlins on deck at 12:30, to which we say, yeah. Love those Marlins, especially when they play early games. Is your company suffering from regulations and increased labor costs? Let Oasis Outsourcing help you when it comes to the people side of your business. Payroll administration, Fortune 500 company employee benefits, human resource services, and risk management are just a few of the services that Oasis Outsourcing can cover to help your business be more profitable. Call Oasis Outsourcing today for a free evaluation. Call them 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747. With more than 60,000 employees worldwide, Oasis Outsourcing understands the many facets to human resource management. Outsourcing is being recognized by firms large and small as a powerful management choice, which lets you focus on your core business while you leave the operational details to Oasis Outsourcing. So let the good folks at Oasis Outsourcing make your business a lot more profitable. That's what it's all about. For a free evaluation, call them toll-free today. No obligation. Call 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747 for Oasis Outsourcing.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560.
It's Steve in Miami town at 560 WQAM.
Everybody hates everybody all the time. That's the way of life in Florida. Foreheads pop with veins in anger and hostile. bedroom count. Everybody hates everybody all the time.
Absolutely.
Driving on intolerance and fear. It's where disenfranchised congregate, and they don't want you here. You'll find their attitude quite sour. With a machete, they threaten to slice you to the bone. Then, in the gridlock of rush hour, out the window, someone calls you Matacone. Everybody hates everybody all the time. So habla English, dinky-doo.
Increíble.
Something in the breeze is wafting from Pompano, you.
Oh, yeah. It's 10:19 at 560 WQAM. Look at that. We already got 65 votes. We're going to get a lot of action on this one, baby. I think we struck a raw nerve.
May I interrupt?
Yes.
I went on a tirade yesterday about this one person the day before, the day
about faxing?
you were on, about the faxing, that story that you don't want, that I don't want. They're doing it again. They were doing it all day yesterday, all day on Tuesday.
Cut the crap, you idiot,
all day
you moron. You maricon, you simple nitwit.
Stupid story that's already old about the
bugarrón.
Yeah.
Fax it to the goddess, okay? Fax it to on tape, of course. Give me a break. Oh, and Al Franken's numbers in New York are like .000. See, the overall book, they're making a big deal. He beat out Bill O'Reilly because they had that huge month in April when they first got that $80 billion worth of free publicity. And after they sampled Scare America for a little while in June, it was like, get the search party, we can't find the audience. I just mentioned that again in passing. For Pete Bolger. 65 votes already on our very, very important survey today. In fact, I'm refreshing it now. It wouldn't surprise me if there's like over 70 in just a minute. 77, WABC. How excited are you about the trade? I couldn't give a Schmidt less, 47. That's what I voted. What a surprise. I mean, not only don't I care, not even a little teeny tiny bit. You know what I mean? Not an iota. Not a little...
not a smidge.
No. And 61% agree with that. I'm pumped. 16.8% of people out there whose main motto in life is...
I have no life.
16.8%. They're pumped. Who the F is Shaq? 11 people said that, and somewhat 6, kind of like lukewarm. Like, I guess I'm excited because the media said, oh, what does this say? For the last 3 days...
Oh, sorry.
I see. This is the header page?
Yeah.
I've tried sending this a couple of times. I get a communication. Yeah, that's because George keeps canceling the faxes. We don't want it. We already got this. We already talked about it, whatever. I don't even know what it is.
It's those Arabs that we were talking about it this morning in the jumpsuits.
Oh, on the plane?
Clown. Yeah.
This woman is a crazy woman from the Woman's Wall Street Journal, Annie Jacobson. She's wackier than a fruitcake, okay? We don't want it. We don't want it. She was on last night. She needs help. There's all kinds. If you want to really read about it, go to salon.com, and there's a really good article I just got through reading about her. But it's already, look, we only got 2 hours to go here, and they keep faxing this crap. Those amateur program directors out there want to tell me what to talk about and what bedtime stories to read. Well, screw you, okay? Thanks anyway, but screw you. Now, let's see. Here's a fax that says, I'm sitting here waiting to see what Shaq's reaction is when he comes to find out about Neil Rogers. Will he react like that linebacker that went to the distance? No, that wasn't about me. No, that was about somebody else.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that was about Phil Hendry. In fact, he also didn't say that to me or Phil Hendry. It was the Mad Dog.
All right.
That he said that too. See what I mean? Again.
Yeah.
All these people, they really know their crap. They don't know what they're talking about. Where the hell is that? Where's the whole thing? Oh, here it is.
Hey, Brian, are you happy?
Yeah, see, it was Mad Dog he was talking to. I had to chop it off after that.
And nothing to do with that.
Suck my something like that.
Shaq.
You suck my Shaq, right. At any rate, it says, will he react like, or will you become his favorite banana? He ain't going to pay any attention to this show, okay? The sports nerds, I'll tell you, the only one who does recognize this show is Pat Riley. He listens to the show. He gets it. Remember he was saying to the worst team about you guys are just a lead-in for Neil Rogers? Remember that?
That's right.
Pat Riley, even with that slick down hair, he gets it. He's okay in my book, okay, even though he's...
Slick back.
one of them sports nerd people, but at least he's got a sense of humor. The other people, I mean, you think like Jimmy Johnson, you think he paid attention to this?
No.
And then, of course, the brainstem. Remember that? Oh, is that Neil Rogers still on the air? Yeah, what a funny guy. Yeah, the brainstem. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is with Shaq's very outward personality, he'll react to and acknowledge you at some point. How this will evolve. You know what? I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if he likes the show, he hates the show. And let me say it again. Barry Jackass, how I missed this the other day. I must be slipping in my old age. On Saturday, there was a column with Barry Jackass, and probably it's the Herald's fault. They probably just stuck it in there on their website because their website blows. Where he goes on about, the Fan 1400, they're carrying Tony Bruno and Romy now. And QAM would like to carry some of the Fox Sports programming, meaning overnight to replace that crappy Sporting News radio. But they QM couldn't find clearance to put Jim Rome and Tony Bruno on from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., which was another little shot there by Barry Jackass. And of course I'm sure Clarence agrees. He would probably lick Duff's toenails if they'd find a way to get this show off. And, we'd have to chop Joe down to an hour. He doesn't care. And then we'd have to chop an hour off the Mad Dog. Same pay.
All right.
He wouldn't mind. Yeah, so we can get Tony Bruno and Jim Rome on here. Get more of that pure sports on there so we could really talk about intensely and seriously about what a genius he is. Da, 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 da. Oh, brother. Yeah, there it is. Dumb. I think dumb is the operative word. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dumb. Anyway. 111 votes. We're going to get a zillion votes on this one, man. They are whipped up into a frenzy because they got fever. Remember that song by the Bee Gees? Saturday Night Fever? Yeah. Yes.
That'll be on the greatest hits collection.
Right. Hey, Morris, don't eat that burger. Oh, Christ, don't go to Mount Sinai, whatever you do. He's dead. I want to play just that little bit of it that we can play. In fact, I'm wondering what we can't play on there. Maybe. Huh? I love this.
There might be a raspberry effect.
Oh, is there?
Maybe. I don't know.
I was standing there one day, not thinking I would die from being able to make do.
Oh, my God.
I should never eat McDonald's. A Big Mac must be trapped inside my bowels.
Morris Gibb is still dead. That's the bad news. We're very sorry. We apologize. On behalf of Mount Sinai, they can butcher anybody. Any hospital, they can kill you. 111 votes. How excited are you about the Shaq trade, baby? About good old Shaquille O'Neal Rogers.
Ew, good.
I couldn't give a Schmidt less. 66. That's almost 60%. I'm pumped. 22, almost 20%. You're pumped, baby. Pump it. Who the F is Shaq? 12, and somewhat 11 out of 111. This should tell you a lot about what's going on in America. Crowds are flocking to a hardware store in Rio Grande Valley, Texas, to see an image of Jesus that's appeared on a tinted window at the business. Now, you can see it. Go to our website and click on when you click on this story about people seeing Jesus in the window, just click on the link to the original story, and you can see the pictures, which there is absolutely, there's nothing there.
Please, as if. Yeah.
The image first appeared on a True Value hardware store window on July 19th and caused employees to wonder where it came from. Since being discovered, the image hasn't faded. People at the store agree the image resembles the face of Jesus Christ with a crown of thorns.
Jesus Christ.
How do we know what the face of Jesus Christ looked like when you come right down to it, except for Mel Gibson? Do we really have any idea? No. Do we really know if there was a Jesus Christ? No. I have my doubts. Anyway, I go to church whenever I get a chance, but I'm not a spiritual person. I do believe, especially now, residents said after seeing the window, watch local Channel 6 in wherever this is. Where is this? Houston, Dallas, somewhere. I don't know where Rio Grande Valley, Texas is. I'm sure somebody knows. Watch Channel 6 in Texas somewhere, and they'll give you all the details. 1027 at 560 WQAM. Speaking of, now you got another choice, not just the muskrat look from Mo, but now you got the flat top look.
Absolutely.
All you balding guys out there.
We should put a before and after picture on there and then take a poll on which one they like best.
There you go. That would be good. That would kill a poll one day. Good. You like Mo, the flat top Mo, or the muskrat Mo?
Who do you like
Muskrat
Mo?
Ramblin' Mo. Anyway, if you don't want to look like a clown like Mo or like Sam Donaldson or some of the other silly, embarrassing people with bad pieces, Charles Alfieri is the guy you want to talk to. No plugs in the head, no holes in the head, no dangerous pills, no BS. What you will have is great natural-looking hair that looks like the real thing with Charlie's amazing natural hairline system. For over 35 years, Charlie's been doing it for guys who are losing their hair, for guys who are bald as a bowling ball, as a cue ball. And Charlie's new skin-like hair system is 100% undetectable. That's how great it looks, because it looks like real hair growing out of your scalp. And Charlie gives you a guarantee for 30 days.
About 30, man.
You wear the system for a month, and if you don't love it, and the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting more action than you ever have in your life, then return it for a full refund. What's not to like? So don't delay. If you want to really look great, forget about the flat top look and the muskrat look and all this other crap, and change your life forever. Look better and younger than you ever thought you could have gained. Call toll-free today for all the details. There's no obligation. 1-800-321-2413. 1-800-321-2413, or check it out on the web at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Welcome. You're listening to the aptly titled Al Frank and Joe, the flagship show of Air America. I have a comedy bit here. That's the wrong. Would you? Here it is.
Franken, it's funny guy, and he has bloggers too. It's the Al Franken Show. Blog.
That was sent to me from Ugas Belch, who lives across from the Pizza Town, USA in Garfield, New Jersey. A very, very talented individual. Thank you for that. We have my old friend Tom Davis on the phone. Hi, Tom.
I can't believe how bad. This is just... It's awful. I'm ashamed of ever being associated with you.
Well, the latest Arbitron shows us as number one against dead air.
You stink!
That Tom, always such a panic. Joining me in a studio today and sitting across the desk from me is the author of Deep Fried Ham and Butter Beans, Miss Della Reese.
Hello.
Hi, Della. So, do you think Bush is a liar?
Hello, all my children, they be so fine.
Well, it's nice to know you're still alive.
You look hungry, child. You like some macaroni and cheese? I got some cooking right off the oven. That old diabetes make me not feel so well. When I eat that soul food, my tiny old feet start to swell. Then I fall down, you know.
Oh, boy. 10:34, 26 to 11 at 560 WQAM. Marlins on deck at 12:30. Marlins at the Phillies 105. The Humper follows the ball game. And then we got the big at 7. We apologize, although he is
rock solid.
Eddie K 10 to 2. We got a pristine nighttime lineup because this is a day ball game. Got it? Now, this faxer that you were bitching out, first of all, this is a chronic regular faxer, so we ought to apologize, not because he was... he says, all right, already, I'll stop sending it. All you had to do was say that on Tuesday. I would have stopped. How many times did we say that on Tuesday?
500,
man.
Right.
And on Wednesday.
But he does have a good point, and it's your bad.
My bad.
Yeah.
It is my bad.
Says Brian Keith is the white guy from Family Affair, not David Keith, and of course we know who David Keith is. I just repeated your mistake from Tuesday.
Right, I got my Keiths all confused.
Yeah, you're exactly. David Keith, of course, was born in Knoxville, Tennessee. I even did the IMDb, and when you see his picture on there, you immediately know because we've seen him in 80 zillion movies, including Carrie and Sabretooth and Hangman's Curse and Deep Shock and Mother Ghost and The Stick Up Behind Enemy Lines, Anthrax.
Did you say Carrie?
Love and Treason, Burning Down the House, Cahoots, Epic, Men of Honor, Men of Dishonor, Secret of the Andes. Oh, brother. Red-Blooded American Girl, Judge and Jury. This guy makes how many movies a year?
About 30, man.
Brother. But very well-known David Keith. So we got Brian Keith, Keith David, David Keith, and Keith Partridge. Now, let's take a look at what we got on the website so far in our poll. 176 votes in about 22 minutes. That is shocking. How excited are you about the Shaq trade? Boy, he's got these people whipped up into a frenzy. And look at the way the one number there is consistent. 19.8% of this audience are very excited. They're pumped, baby. We're going to win. We're going to do it, baby, because of... Shaq. Right. 104 couldn't give a Schmidt less, 59%. 19.8% are very pumped up and fired up and pissed off. 35. Somewhat 21, and who the F is Shaq 16, and what rock have those people been hiding under? How could you not know who at this point, even if you don't want to know? I bet you the caller on line 9 knows. QAM not there. See, I told you. They're probably off right now to visit. WQAM, hello.
Can I talk to Uncle Neil?
Speaking.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Is this QAM?
No, this is SUN.
SUN?
Yeah. What do you want, pal?
I just want to talk to Uncle Neil.
You're talking to him now.
Oh,
if you say
Neil,
Uncle Neil once more, you're going to sound like some kind of a simpering idiot.
I'm so sorry. Neil,
let's revisit. No, just a minute. Let's rehash this phone call, okay? Let's go back to the beginning.
Can we go back to the beginning?
Yeah, you said, I want to talk to Uncle Neil. See, there he goes again.
Uncle Neil.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Is it tragic or what? Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Uncle Neil.
What is he trying to say?
I have no life.
WQAM, the Uncle Neil Show. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Two things I want to bring up. Number one, the new show Rescue Me on FX with Dennis Leary.
Uh-huh.
If anybody, I was watching it with sort of a jaded eye yesterday, and I fell in love with the show.
Okay.
This thing's going to be a hit. Number two, Tuesday I went home with a headache after all the crap I was hearing on the radio and TV. Right. Okay, getting to the point. I was watching my Monty Python tapes.
Yeah.
And they got to the spam thing. And every time they said the word spam, I heard Shaq. I swear to God, when they... I wouldn't say it. I mean, I know they're singing spam, but I'm hearing Shaq. I went looking for a gun.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I swear to God, I took that tape out. I put in some porno. I was a happy man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good choice, Pally.
Oh, this Shaq thing kills me.
It's the worst. Okay, have a great day.
That bit's already done, speaking of that, because we're already. The spam song replaced by Shaq, yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, speaking of Monty Python, see, I'm glad he mentioned that, because it reminds me I got to play that F you all bit.
Yeah.
Paul Martin, the Prime Minister in Canada, pledged yesterday to reintroduce legislation to decriminalize the possession and use of small amounts of marijuana.
Oh! All right.
As a new study shows, Canadians' use of the drug has doubled in recent years. They're smoking it more and enjoying it more. Amid speculation that the new government would drop the legislation under pressure from the United States, the Prime Minister said, After the first formal meeting of his new cabinet, the bill will be reintroduced this fall. Mr. Martin's statement came the same day Statistics Canada released a study showing the number of Canadians, especially younger ones, who admit to marijuana and hash use has almost doubled over a 13-year period. The federal agency says about 3 million Canadians aged 15 and older, or 12.2%, admitted in 2002 to using the two cannabis substances in the previous 12 months. This was up from 6.5% in 1989, 7.4% in 1994. Marijuana use peaked among 18 and 19-year-olds. Almost 38% of that age group reported using marijuana and hash in the previous year. Among those aged 15 through 17, the rate was 29%, almost 3 in 10. Men in almost all age groups are more likely to use marijuana and hash than women. And there you go. That's the rest of the story. So despite pressure from the Neanderthal USA, the Canadian government said, mind your own business. Get lost. 10:40, or we'll cut off your smoked meat. How do you like that?
And back bacon?
No more smoked meat.
Shaq bacon?
I got to see. I can't wait to see the picture of Mo flat top. And if we can't get a real one, if he won't go along with that, we can always dummy one up, I think.
I think we have one in the can.
In the can?
Rectum.
20 before 11 at 560. That's where Muff spends a lot of time. 209 votes. How excited are you about the Shaq trade? I couldn't give a Schmidt less. 120, 57.4%. I'm pumped. 44. It's up to 21%. Oh, yes. See, I don't want to pee on your parade and be a party pooper. 21% are whipped up to a frenzy. Somewhat, 28. And who the F is Shaq 17? Of course, of those people who claim that they're pumped up, how many really were Heat fans or even NBA fans in the first place?
About 30, man.
Phony bastards. Yeah, I've been telling you about A-Laser Recharge, the toner recharge cartridge specialist, for the past few weeks on the show. A lot of you have made that phone call, 1-800-287-9212. You've saved a lot of money on your printing and office equipment supplies. For those of you who haven't called, what you be waiting for? A-Laser Recharge has got inkjets, thermocarbon paper, supplies. They provide service, support, and maintenance for most makes and models of machines to make them run like new again. When you call 1-800-287-9212, you'll deal with Just Bob. He's the sole owner. He's been supplying businesses in South Florida with what they need, in most cases within 24 hours for a long time. A-Laser Recharge can save you up to 50% on new cartridges compared to depot pricing. And listen carefully to this. All the cartridges sold by A-Laser Recharge are remanufactured, not refilled. Anybody can sell you a cheap piece of crap refilled cartridge, but keep in mind you only get what you pay for. Remanufactured cartridges are the smart way to go. A-Laser carries a complete line of cartridges for printers, copiers, and faxes, along with Brother and Xerox drums, and boy, do I love my Brother printer and faxer and copier, etc. A-Laser Recharge is part of the individualized service, offering no questions asked satisfaction guarantee, too. So if you need toner, cartridges, or anything else, just pick up that phone and call Just Bob from A-Laser Recharge, toll-free at 1-800-287-9212. That's 1-800-287-9212, or check them on the web at alaserrecharge.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
David's a bitch. Here's a little number I wrote the other day while out duck hunting with a judge. Thank you very much, the FCC. Thank you very much for fining me. $5,000 so I'm really out of luck. That's more than Heidi Fleiss was charging me. So, thank you very much, the FCC, for proving that free speech just isn't free. Clear Channel's a dear channel, so Howard Stern must go. Attorney General Ashcroft doesn't like strong words, and so he's charging twice as much as all the drugs for Rush Limbaugh. So thank you all so very much. So thank you very much, dear Mr. Bush, for heroically sitting on your tush.
Rectum.
For Halliburton, Enron, all the companies who fail, let's send them a clear signal and stick Martha straight in jail. She's an uppity rich bitch, and at least she isn't male. So thank you all so very much. So thank you, Dick Cheney, too. Thank you and everything you do. Your pacemaker must be a fake. You haven't got a heart. As far as I'm concerned, you're just a pasty-faced old fart. And as for Condoleezza, she's an intellectual tart. So thank you all so very much. So thank you very much, the EPA, for giving all Alaska's oil away. It really is a bummer when I can't fill my Hummer. The ozone's a no-go zone now that Arnold's here to say the nuclear intergames are going to take place in LA. So thank you all so very much. So what the planet fails, let's save the great white males. And thank you all so very much.
I mean, what was all that business about, Arnold's father was a Nazi or something like that, or grandfather? What was that?
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, why should we be worried about that when the president and the vice president and all these people are Nazis anyway? We never met a Nazi we didn't like.
How can anybody not see that?
Exactly. Even knows that. 262 votes on our poll. How excited are you about the Shaq trade, baby? Are you whipped up about or what? Huh? And they are. They are so easy, man. You people are like a bunch of sheep, like a flock.
I have no rhyme.
143 couldn't give a Schmidt less, including me and George. Although I'm sure that Josh Cordes there is somewhat enthused.
I'm all whipped up.
Are you? No, you're not. See, you'll say anything just to suck up to that sports crowd, okay? Just so you don't get another spanking from Duff.
So you didn't see the sarcastic expression on his face.
I heard it. You didn't have to see it. I heard
was it dripping?
It was dripping with sarcasm. That's what Duff said. He heard it, that was dripping. 262 votes. I couldn't give a Schmidt less. 143. Very excited. I'm pumped, baby. 59, 22.5%. Intensive. Somewhat. 41. Somewhat. Kind of like, okay, I'll hop on. And who the hell is Shaq? Who the F is Shaq? 19. 7.2%. Almost 300 votes there in the first little over half an hour. We may, do some big numbers here today. Of course, we got the ball game at 12:30. That always screws everything up.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, for some. Not for us, though. WQAM, hello. You know the Linda Ronstadt business in the Aladdin the other day?
Yeah.
Winding up her summer tour across Europe, rhythm and blues singer Bonnie Raitt drew thunderous applause at the Stockholm Jazz Festival in Stockholm for dedicating a classic to U.S. President George W. Bush. We're going to sing this for George Bush because he's out of here, people, Raitt crowed Tuesday night before she launched into the opening licks of Your Good Thing Is About to End, a cover that was featured in her 1979 album, The Glow. The song, written by Isaac Hayes and David Porter, has been sung by several notable performers, including Mabel John, Lou Rawls, and others. Raitt's comments resulted in a round of applause, even whistles from among the estimated 3,000 concert-goers at the Swedish capital's annual jazz event held on the banks of the downtown Skeppsholmen Island. Swedes are skeptical of Bush, and the Scandinavian country refused to support his efforts in the invasion of Iraq and the Iraq attack, which Iraq rhymes with. The 9-time Grammy Award winner is no stranger to political activism. Her website urges fans to learn more about preserving the environment. She was a founding member of Muse, or Musicians United for Safe Energy. How do you like that? You go, girl. Bonnie Raitt, Linda Ronstadt. I don't really care about Bonnie Raitt, but nevertheless, I tip my cap to her. And Linda Ronstadt, I love Linda Ronstadt, and now even more than ever before, a little bit.
Ain't nothing wrong with her.
If that's possible. Eiffel Tower evacuated after hoax warning of 9/11 style attack. French authorities rushed thousands of tourists out of the Eiffel Tower after receiving a warning that a plane was about to crash into the famous Paris landmark, police and the tower's management be saying. Around 4,000 people were evacuated from the 1,000, they're doing meters here now, sorry. The 1,070-foot structure, which was closed for 2 hours before police ascertained that the threat was a hoax and it was reopened. Just kidding. Just a joke. The company managing the tower, SNTE, said in a statement that it received an anonymous message which triggered the alert. They also had a thing on that Amtrak train this morning, New York to Washington train. Did you see that?
No.
And the police came on and questioned everybody, and they thought there was some kind of like a terrorist thing. No, they just came on and frisked everybody and checked their passports and IDs, and just the way it's going to be. It's just part of the Patriotic Act is what it is. 5670560. We want to hear about what's his name. That's it. Sorry, excuse me. Over and over again. That's what we want to hear about all day. Today, tomorrow, and a week from Sukkot.
I apologize.
Exactly. For not being intensive enough.
You want a piece of me?
5670560. 21.1%, man, are whipped up. Even this audience, which we have a lot of people who really, quite frankly, don't care about Schwoball and stuff like that. But, man, they were whipped up into a psychotic frenzy. Because there ain't nothing else going on, and,
I have no line.
Right. WQAM, hello.
Hello, good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir, Shaq line.
Listen, I ran across a new product for people that are in danger of being bored to death by all this Shaq talk.
Yeah.
It's called the Shaq Alert.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first alert system. You wear it, and when you're in danger of something coming out about Shaq, it puts you to sleep until the danger's past.
Oh, I don't need that. I'm already in a coma as soon as I hear the name.
Oh, don't you hate what's going on with us?
Well, it's one more good reason that I'm here and you're there, for the way I look at it.
I guess so, but I'm a sports nut, too, and I hate this talk. I mean, don't they realize that they're insulting us?
First of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but they knew for many, many, many days ahead of time that this was just a matter of time before the deal would be a done deal. And there was no news, no breaking news, nothing new said. I mean, just formality, that's all. What's the big Timmus?
Yeah, it's insulting to, I think, the sports fans who really enjoy sports and don't want to have to listen to all this.
Well, keep in mind, there's a difference between a sports fan and a sports nerd.
I suppose that's it, yeah.
Have a great day, Pally. And don't forget. Okay. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We got a big, dark-complected guy with a big, bald head, even bigger than Joe Rose's head. And that's it. He's getting a little on the crusty side, getting a little up there in years. He's not that old. What is he, 32, 33, something like that, Josh?
Yeah.
Getting a little old. By NBA standards. NBA ain't like the NHL. And speaking of the NHL, your Panthers may have played the last game ever. I know that George is despondent about that. Probably another reason Rimmer's glad to be getting out of town. I don't think there might be any, because they had some talks yesterday, the union and the league, and it's looking really grim for an NHL season. So how about that WHA? Oh! All right. At least it'll be cheaper tickets anyway. WQAM, hello. And back at you. That's your buddy. WQAM, hello.
They're always after me, Shackle and Knackle.
What is it? What did he say?
Something about shekel or shackle.
Shekel and shackle and Jekyll. WQAM, hello.
They just might put you in shackle.
Line 9, QAM, hello.
Daddy, why are we in Iraq?
567-0560. See what I'm saying?
I have no
idea. I know.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you have left there right now. Everybody else is out of town. They're on vacation, and that's why it was such a tremendous... At least it was a diversion. It was something. Anything. Just give me something, you know? WQAM, Shaq line.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Got some information that's rock solid. Number one, Shaq's a big dumb animal, and Robert
Rock
Reaper.
solid. Oh, get out. No, you see, you were funny the first 400 times. Give it a rest. See, I liked that guy before, but these people, you give them a little encouragement and right away every single day. Ba, 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 ba. You're boring, okay? We like Robert Creeper, okay? If I've told you that once, I've told you that 9 times. We like Robert Creeper, even though he's a self-hating little Jew and right-wing, politically confused, and probably a closet case, and couldn't get laid in Amsterdam. In spite of all of those things, we don't mind him that much, you know? We got plenty of people who we dislike a lot worse than Robert Creeper at WQAM, I guarantee you that. Am I right about that?
Roy!
10:56 at 560. And then, of course, I could always say, you can't say it, but I could say,
Great.
But then you don't want to get in trouble. I have a better contract. Of course, then again, so does the janitor. 10:56, 4 minutes before 11 at 560. WQAM, we're only an hour and a half away from the Marlin pregame show. Thank God.
Ew, God.
Hey, tired of hearing about the low-carb epidemic that's going on? Have you tried to cook for it and then wasted the money, hated the food, and didn't even get the results you were praying and hoping for? And, of course, you've heard me talk about Balance for Life for quite a while now. They've come up with an unbelievable way to afford the program for $5 off the regular daily price.
Unbelievable.
Now, this isn't a special. This is for real. A lifetime membership to Balance for Life. Anytime you want to enjoy the service, you can re-sign at the membership price. What if I told you you could have the company prepare 3 meals and 2 snacks for you every day? What if I told you that all the meals are based on the successful Dr. Berry or is that Brian Sears' Zone diet? What if I told you they'll even deliver it right to your doorstep? What if I told you they give you a menu so you can make your own choices? By the way, they're the only company that does that. What if I told you that you will lose weight, that you will lower your cholesterol, that you will lower your blood pressure, that it will help your diabetes? I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is true because I've tried it. A lot of folks in our audience have tried them. The food is delicious, and if you stick with it, it really can work for you. People on Balance for Life are losing an average of 15 pounds per month, and you can be doing the same. So why wait? Call now, toll-free at 1-866-225-4543. That's 1-866-225-4543, or check them on the web at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Man, bitch, I hacked him. Oh!
All right.
Wherever hung, local cheese that won't stay on. The hair is blonde. Shake my butt and I turn guys on. But there's a place where all the guys can't hide it. I can make guys grow right behind their zippers. I can make guys grow with my body and booty.
Rectum.
That's where their blood flows. 'Cause I'm such a cutie. It's one of those things I work for. Being such a bad girl, I can make guys grow with my body and booty. That's where their blood flows. 'Cause I'm such a cutie. It's one of the things I work for. For being such a bad girl. For being such a bad girl.
That's what they call her for short. Shakira. 11:02 at 560 WQAM. I just can't get over it.
Well,
there ain't nothing that don't rhyme with, or I guess you covered that all yesterday with a blanket.
No, not completely.
But they do call Shakira for short. Those who don't know her quite so well just call her Kira. 332 votes in 45 minutes. I'm just astounded you could knock me over with a feather at this point. 332. How excited are you about the Shaq trade, huh? Excuse me, about the trade. I couldn't give a Schmidt less. 170, just change again, 335. 178 votes say I couldn't give a Schmidt less, and of course that's the rational response, 53.1%. I'm pumped, I'm whipped up into a frenzy, 21.1%. Somewhat, 62, and who the F is Shaq, 24. As in, what is wrong with you people? Are you absolutely out of your mind?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
Are you insane?
Yes.
Are you over the top?
Yes.
Are you out of control?
Yes.
Man, you talk about the media being... I couldn't believe it when you kept potting up... what channel did you have on? I know it was all of them.
It was 6 in particular.
Oh, my God. And even, I want to tell you, I don't want to tell any tales out of school, as the old saying goes, but Joe Rose feels pretty much, he also realizes how ridiculous this all is, and he has to put on a happy, excited face and, the old gap-tooth look, and pretend that he's as excited as he's supposed to be, but guess what? Not a chance. And even Muff Lindsay came in this morning and admitted to me that it was just what went on in that town on Tuesday was nothing short of insanity, of mass madness, as Howard Beale would say, yeah. Man, he said it was a real pain in his
rectum.
But then again,
I'm like toilet paper.
Fahrenheit 9/11's impact worries Republicans. Good. Anything that worries Republicans makes me a lot happier. Republicans initially dismissed Fahrenheit 9/11 as a cinematic screed that would play mostly to inveterate Bush bashers. 4 weeks and $94 million later, the film is still pulling in moviegoers at 2,000 theaters around the country, making Republicans nervous as it settles into the American mainstream. And with all this hysteria about those Syrians on the plane, we keep coming back to that one scene in the movie again about how many boxes, how many matchbooks, and how many cigarette lighters you can carry on the plane. Well, what are they thinking about?
Cigarettes?
No, seriously. How is that possible that you can allow anything that's combustible or can cause any kind of a spark on a plane? You have to be a lunatic even before 9/11. I'm not sure if, of course, keep in mind that once upon a time, back in the day, you could smoke on a lot of planes, back in the day. Not probably a really, really good idea. Oops, there's a spark. Oops, we're dead. I'm not sure if it moves voters, GOP consultant Scott Raitt said, but if it moves 3 or 4%, it's been a success. 2 senior Republicans closely tied to the White House said the movie from director Michael Moore is seen as a political headache because it has reached beyond the Democratic base. Independents and GOP-leaning voters are likely to be found sitting beside those set to revel in its depiction of a clueless president with questionable ties to the oil industry. If you are a naive and committed voter wandering into a theater, you aren't going to come away with a good impression of the president, Republican operative Joe Gaylord said. It's a problem only if a lot of people see it. Well, guess what they are. Based on a record-breaking gross of $94 million through last weekend, theaters already have sold an estimated 12 million tickets to Fahrenheit 9/11. A Gallup survey concluded July 18th, conducted July 8th to 11th, said 8% of American adults had seen the film at that time, but that 18% still plan to see it at a theater, and another 30% plan to see it on video. More than a third of Republicans, nearly 2/3 of independents told Gallup they had seen or expected to see the film at theaters or on video. Fahrenheit 9/11 opened in June mainly in locally owned art theaters that specialized in obscure films and tiny audiences, and yada, yada, yada. But when he sat down to watch the film at the Varsity Theater in Des Moines, Iowa last weekend, Rob Sheasley didn't harbor anti-Bush feelings. 2 hours later, he left with conflicted emotions. You want to respect the president, Sheasley said. It raised a lot of questions. And on it goes. So, nice going, Michael Moore. You go, boy. And you too, Linda Ronstadt. And screw those ass wipes at the Aladdin. What a nice comeback that was.
I like it. Caught it on the first bounce.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I did a little pause there. You can say ass wipe. Right. Or you can say wipe. Wait till you hear this. It's official. Clear Channel countersues Infinity.
Oh, my gosh.
Clear Channel Communications yesterday filed a counterclaim against Infinity Broadcasting seeking $3 million in damages tied to Clear Channel's cancellation of the Howard Sperm Show on 6 of its stations. Clear Channel claims it was forced to cancel the show after Infinity and Stern refused to guarantee that the show wouldn't draw more indecency fines from the FCC. The countersuit was filed in the same New York federal court in which Infinity on June 30th filed a $10 million breach of contract suit against Clear Channel over its decision to yank Stern from its airwaves. The radio show was pulled because Mr. Stern and Infinity refused to assure us that future programs would conform to the law, Clear Channel Chief Legal Officer Andy Levin said. That was a key term in the agreement, and we gave them every opportunity to make good on their word before we permanently retired the show, Levin added. We simply weren't willing to put the future of our radio station licenses in the hands of Mr. Stern or Infinity. Fortunately, our contract doesn't require us to do that. And fortunately, Greg Reed ain't in position to be making any moves because they finally are coming to their senses and realizing that he's a manifestly irresponsible lunatic. Is there any other kind?
No.
So there you go. That's Clear Channel Infinity. They're duking it out.
But middle-class families do.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. 361 votes. We're going to do, I think, 400 by 11:15 or close to it.
All right.
In an hour. In the dog days of the summertime when there's nothing going on except...
I have no life.
I couldn't give a Schmidt less about Shaq. That's our poll question. How excited are you about the Shaq trade, huh? You whipped up and getting sucked in with the frenzy, getting lumped in with all the sheep out there. Is that it or what? 190 people say they couldn't give a Schmidt less. That's 52.6%. I'm pumped and whipped up into a frenzy. I'm flagellating myself with chains over here. I'm so excited. 76 people, 21% said that. Somewhat excited, 70. And who the F is Shaq, 25. WQAM, hello. Good one. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Neil, I saw Fahrenheit. Great movie. Highly recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. Only one problem with Michael Moore. He thinks people in your tax bracket should be taxed at 70%. What do you think about that?
Screw him.
Exactly. Bye-bye.
5670560. I didn't say it was perfect, okay? He's fat. Affects your mental process many times. Pound 560. I should just do my stuff here, okay? Because we're not going to get a lot of calls. Just the quislings and the dregs are left in town right now. I'll leave them to you.
Gee, thanks.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Now,
Buenos dias.
I was channel surfing on Tuesday night. I was going through the cable channels. I ended up on the 700 Club because this is for entertainment purposes only, of course. But yet I was listening to what they were saying, and they had something to talk about President Bush and Prince, what's that guy's name? Prince...
Bandar.
Bandar. They were contradicting pretty much what his relationship with the Saudis. And I always thought that the right-wing Christians were on Bush's side.
Meaning what?
Meaning they were saying that that wasn't good and it was bad for business and stuff like that. But
maybe they don't like them ragheads either. Do you ever stop and think about that?
Well, yeah, actually, because they were saying that the Muslims want to rule the world and all that. So I just found that very odd because I thought they were the demographic George Bush has backing him. But I found out that they didn't like all this Saudi monkey business that was going on. So I just wanted to say that and love the show, Neil.
Okay, have a great day. 567, what do you say? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. Don't you understand, sir? The religions all hate each other. All the believers out there, the one thing they believe in is hate. That's what it's all about. Religion equals hate, intolerance. Everybody hates everybody else all the time is what I'm thinking.
Everybody hates everybody all the time. That's the way of life in Florida.
Absolutely.
Foreheads pop with veins in anger.
Well, there you go. That's enough of that for right now. That's. I love all of these. This is a great disc. Thank you, Boca Brian. You're okay in our book, even with that bald head. That'd be a good poll question. Who's got the best bald spot? Boca Brian. Now Mo. Now that we've finally got that muskrat out to pasture.
Right. Troy Stratford.
Steve Ziegler, they don't know who that is. Mad Mike in sales, they don't know who that is either. And you know what? They're lucky. Stay away from Mad Mike.
Let's not forget.
People like Mad Mike are the kind of people who hang around in the parking lot every day, and you just never know what the day is going to be, which day that somebody like that, very quiet, very strange, are just going to explode. Right. You know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
Just go up in the watchtower with like a shotgun and with an Uzi and just start going a little nuts.
Rifle would be better.
Right. Just start their own attack. It's not official, but I'm hearing the rumor that I just started that McDonald's is going to change the name of that burger from Big Mac to the Big. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
And probably not a bad idea, if you ask me.
Tony Roma's, you're going to order a shack of ribs now.
There you go. How about well, they have a place called the Burger Shack, don't they? Or they did have somewhere.
Yes.
Right. Well, they could spell it with a Q. We'll even loan them the Q from WQAM, or I'll loan them the Q from Quisling. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM. Whether you're moving or renovating, that's the best time to call 1-800-MATTRESS. Make that first night in Dream House heavenly with a brand new top-quality brand name mattress from Dollar Mattress. You pick the date and time for delivery to fit your move-in schedule. And Dollar Mattress is on time 99.7% of the time. Nobody's got a better selection of queen and king-size mattress sets ready for for immediate delivery than Dial a Mattress. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you get a great mattress at a discount unbeatable price. You won't have to schlep all around town in the rain and the heat. Dial a Mattress is ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. They were winners of the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torts of Excellence Award. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll choose from the complete line of Sealy, Serta, King Coil, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, even Stearns, Bananas, Foster. All the smart folks, and even some not too bright at QAM, because they know it's a good deal, have called 1-800-MATTRESS for their beds. You ought to be doing the same. Don't get ripped off in those bedding and department stores paying for their big overhead. Get an unbelievable deal at Dial a Mattress. Just make that one easy call. They'll be knocking on your door at no time at all. 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, or online it's mattress.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Spread 'em and say cheese.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Jim and Cash in a garbage can, stuffing loot in his suit, right down next to the Spidey flute. Big bucks for Spider-Man. Finds the doc, who's an ock, cranking up all the Marvel stock. Total bliss, it can't miss. #1 at the box office. Big bucks for Spider-Man. Theaters will be packed to see him on the screen. No one cares, he can't act. It will make tons of green. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, from the brain of a guy named Stan. He's got clout, there's no doubt. All of the movies, just watch out. Big bucks, movie houses are filling. He's gonna make a killing. Big bucks for Spider-Man.
All right. 11:18 at 560 WQAM. We got only a little over an hour to go. Better talk real fast. Take about 30,000 phone calls between now and Marlin pre-game time, 12:30. Marlin's at the Phil's 105. The humper after the ball game, and then the big, such as he is,
rock solid
at 780 K at 10 with his gambling report. The unders and the overs and the ins and the outs. WQAM. Hello.
Yeah, can I speak to George?
Yes, go ahead.
Is this George?
Yes.
Wondering why you didn't talk about that letter yesterday, that ridiculous 6-page letter that you wouldn't talk about. There was another idiot on another station that read the whole goddamn thing.
See, there he goes. He blurted out one of those words that we can't say. It's something with damn, right?
Yeah. That ridiculous 6-page letter that we didn't want, that we were talking about not wanting.
I just got through telling you about that minutes ago. If you have one ear even, that works with a little bit of waxy buildup maybe, but even so, have somebody write it out for you and
it's a
print it out. Yeah.
We're keeping it from them.
Right. It was on our website days ago. It's an old story by now. It's getting staler than last year's matzah, okay? Give us a break already, all right, about the Syrian musicians on the plane and this hyperventilating hysterical bitch from the Women's Wall Street Journal making a big simmons about it. It's interesting. Nobody else is making a big deal about it. Once they did their investigation, they checked it all out and come to find out that she's a little over the top. Like that.
Yeah. And some other idiot wrote
and we don't really give a crap who else was talking about it. If you're so impressed somebody else talked about it, go listen to them, okay? Forget about it. We don't need anybody programming the program. Got it? Why didn't you read that letter, George? Line 9, WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Mike in Grosse Pointe, Michigan.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Here's a guy that's got a few bucks. He's in Grosse Pointe.
That's right.
Good.
Hey, you think that Shaq is going to matter against Detroit?
All right. Oh, boy. Let me ask you this. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Who cares? See, there's a guy, he's not listening on the show online. He has no idea what we're talking about. He evidently is one of these people that went and looked at a thing in Miami, sports station, WQAM. He got the call-in number, and he calls in. I don't care, okay? We don't care about Shaq on this show, okay? We've got 20 hours of good old up the butt, all right? God, in fact, that should have been the motto of the station. On Tuesday, we got Shaq
up the butt.
That's right. Say it again.
Up the butt, up the butt, up the butt, up the butt, up the butt.
Yeah, let's just put that on an endless loop, okay?
Up the butt.
Who gives a flying crap who's got an IQ larger than their toenail, okay? You imbecile in Grosse Pointe. Here's a guy that's got some money. Of course, when you live in Detroit, what else are you going to do? Besides sitting around worried about a bunch of big black guys. Just wait till they start moving into Grosse Pointe, baby. That's right. In fact, maybe Shaq and some of his buddies will shack up there in Grosse Pointe. Then you'll have what for? Then you'll have something really to be concerned about. Then they'll have to move you back to Palmer Woods and Palmer Park. 423 votes on that poll. That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll take it.
That means that all 50 of the people who are listening voted 8 times, and some. 423. How excited are you about the Shaq trade? I couldn't give a Schmidt less. 215. Almost 51%. Somewhat has moved ahead of very much. Somewhat 92. Very excited. I'm pumped. 89. 21%. And who the F is Shaq? 27. 6.3%. Who are just adamant. They don't want to know from it. They don't want to hear from it. Nothing. WQAM. Hello. WQAM. Hello. QAM. It's really good on these days when we're not building the poll. This is proof positive what we've said for almost 30 years.
About 30, man.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, tell everybody at least till November to get off Shaq Squatch's nut shack.
Yeah, okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. The town that refused to care. The town that refused to think. The town that refused. Sounds pretty good, don't it?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Toilet. WQAM, hello.
Toilet.
Yes, is this Neil?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to ask them if they know something. My nephew just graduated from basic training in the Army.
Yeah.
And they're charging, well, he's on his way to Iraq now.
Oh, boy.
And they charge him $234 a month for his food out of a private's pay.
Yeah.
That comes after the taxes. And they charged him $75 for a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
In the when he was in basic.
Yeah. Well,
now,
what would you like me to do about it?
Well, I want to know is that legit?
Yes.
$75 for a pair of sneakers, and they're buying them in hundreds of thousands.
Right.
I just don't get this.
Well, probably Dash Dick Cheney. Maybe he owns got a little piece in Nike or something. I don't know. Get out of here. I don't understand. Say he's in basic training. He signed up. He volunteered. We don't have a draft yet. And she's belly aching, okay? Just go with it. Go with the flow, honey. Go with the program. Get with it.
Right. Lay back and think of England.
Quit the bitching. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What a place. Man, it is just a scary thing. I noticed Clarence didn't make his presence felt this morning, thank goodness. He knows better. As low as my opinion was of that child before Tuesday morning, his performance on Tuesday, you can leave at 1 because we don't want to have those drop-ins on here. We have to handle this thing very seriously, Neil. You just don't understand. You don't get the magnitude of this event, okay?
Yeah, you
I get the magnitude, all right. I get it that we're working with a bunch of simpletons, man, who are like just so far over the top. Just grabbing out of this thing and bleeding it and just squeezing the juice out of it for all they can. It's like trying to get blood out of a rock. I'm not going to say it.
I know.
WQAM, hello.
This is Matt.
Oh, yeah. WQAM, hello.
WQAM, rock and roll.
Oh, God. See what I'm saying?
So
Holy
what
moly.
you got?
We are scraping whatever is under the barnacles on the bottom of the ship, which I don't even want to look there. Holy crap. WQAM, hello.
Neil, you got to play that Shaq up the butt thing again. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you do, sweetheart. 567-0560. Well, I don't want to because I got to break. No, I got to read this article. It's on our website. Scott C. Smith writes, "The Drudge Guide to Internet Journalism rips Miss Drudge an ass, and deservedly so."
Rectum.
Of course, when you mention ass, Miss Fudge gets all whooped. And there's another one for your bald poll.
That's right.
That silly, stupid hat that she wears. By the way, Miss Fudge, I tried to click on something about Matt Damon that we had on your website, and it went to, you're not entitled to look at this page. You better get your links straightened out, sweetheart, okay, Miss Fudge? Miss high-paid, paid-for, owned lock, stock, and bagels, Miss Fudge? Self-hating Jew fag? And have a nice day. 11:26. I'll tell you one thing, we're getting well, that's why they're busy voting on the poll over and over again. Because look at that, I'm pumped is just passed somewhat. If you put them two together, though, it's 43%. That's the scary part. 43%. Now, do you believe at any point in the 6.5 years I've been on this radio station, do you believe that at any point if we asked, are you an NBA fan or are you a Heat fan, that anywhere near 43% would have said yes?
No.
No chance. No chance. None. Which goes to show you that 43% even of this astute audience, this supposedly a crust above mentally, and you just heard a good sampling, are still getting sucked in by the media hype. That's what it's all about. Life in America is just a hype. Whoever screams the loudest and makes the most noise. That's it. Hey, when you go out to eat, are you sick and tired of trying to figure out which menu items are low carb? What if I told you that there is an affordable fast food, low carb restaurant that actually cares about your nutrition and offers you an entire menu that really is low carb? Cuttin' Carbs Cafe is the name of the place. It's a fast food, low carb restaurant that caters to all you low carb dieters out there. Stop in and try their pounds away pizza that's low on carbs but high on taste, and all kinds of fantastic goodies on their menu like way out wraps, carbodillas with low carbs. In fact, they got like the cheesy carbodillas got only 7 net carbs. The sobe salads, the soups, healthy weight treats, including even fat-free soft serve ice cream too. Delicious in taste and very low in carbs. Cuttin' Carbs Cafe, located just outside the Sawgrass Mills Mall on Sunrise Boulevard. You can call them at 954-514-0001 or check them on the web at cuttincarbscafe.com. It's either delicious low-carb wraps, pizzas, quesadillas, soup, salad, snacks, and even ice cream, like I said. Cuttin' Carbs Cafe, where you can dine in or take it out. Just outside the Sawgrass Mills Mall on Sunrise Boulevard. Stop by or call them today at 954-514-1.
And local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Gotta thank his old man who got him out of Vietnam. He hid in Alabama somewhere, and then he had to sell his dry oil well. Saudi royals made him a millionaire. Went to Harvard and Yale with no way he could fail. Then drove drunk and went off to jail. But he got right out. His daddy's friends had clout, enough to buy the Rangers on sale. 'Cause Bush has friends in high places where Dick Cheney and the Enron money stolen by Candy Lane. He'll pardon him someday. He'll do what he wants in all places. 'Cause when you're born rich, you've got all the aces. George Bush has friends in high places.
Amen. 11:32:28 till noon at 5:60. There's Thomas Kane with the 9/11 Commission report.
But remember also.
Okay. Let's see, Scott C. Smith, who's a writer in Beaverton, Oregon, no less, columnist for the website counterbuys.com. He writes the Drudge Guide to Internet Journalism. Says Matt Drudge likes to think of himself as a journalist. Anyone who's visited his website, the Drudge Report, knows that the site is essentially a collection of links to other sites and the occasional bit of reporting that's in quotes by Matt Drudge. Not that Matt Drudge actually has any education or training as a journalist. The closest Drudge came to the media was managing a CBS gift shop. In 1995, the earliest version of the Drudge Report debuted as an email newsletter. The Drudge Report website was launched in 1997, and one of Drudge's earliest scoops was the revelation by Kathleen Willey and Bill Clinton that Bill Clinton had sexually propositioned her on federal property, according to the August 18, 1997 issue of Newsweek. Drudge often reports what he hears without verifying the source. I have no editor, Drudge told Newsweek. I can say whatever I want. Drudge does get the occasional exclusive, but more often than not, he's essentially a dumpster diver of Internet news, looking for scraps that legitimate news outlets have thrown away, or relying on unverified email tips from readers. What propelled Matt Drudge into the national spotlight was his exclusive, again in quotes, report on Monica Lewinsky's affair with Bill Clinton. Michael Isikoff of Newsweek did the actual reporting on the Lewinsky-Clinton affair, but when Newsweek decided to can the story, Drudge took Isikoff's material and ran with it as a Drudge Report exclusive. Drudge specializes in the sensational, throwing out real bits of news mixed in with gossip and innuendo, and people listen. Drudge's website gets millions of hits a day. Drudge favors the conservative point of view, so right-wingers can count on Drudge to pass along stories about Democrats that put them in a negative light. For example, during the 2000 presidential campaign, the following headlines appeared on the Drudge Report about Al Gore. Gore campaign flies flag backwards, violation of federal code. Father of Internet endorses Al Gore. A popular conservative lie about Al Gore is that Gore claimed to have invented the Internet. Gore said homosexuality abnormal and wrong, vowed not to take money from gay groups. The sensational headline does not mention that the story was from 1981. This was just a small sampling from Drudge. Clearly, Drudge's agenda is conservative. Understatement of the century. Now that the 2004 presidential race is underway, Drudge is doing his part to publish sensational stories about the Democratic candidates. Drudge set his sights on John Kerry on January 27, 2004, reporting that Kerry had taken Botox for wrinkles. Drudge posted alleged before and after photographs of Kerry. Kerry's campaign denied the charge, nor does that matter to, not that that matters to Drudge. Another Drudge exclusive in February was that Kerry had a mistress. Again, the charge was unfounded and quickly refuted. If anything, Drudge is dedicated to his task. Drudge made much ado about nothing in March with a story, again in quotes, that Kerry had called his Secret Service agent a name after the man bumped into Kerry while Kerry was snowboarding, causing Kerry to take a spill. Oddly enough, Drudge did a little reporting of the incident in the Senate on June 22 when Vice President Dick Cheney called Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont the F-word. On July 8th, the big Drudge scoop was that John Edwards and John Kerry were gay. Of course, Drudge never actually used the words gay or homosexual, but rather made the suggestion with a series of photographs and some breathless prose. Hugs, kisses to the cheek, affectionate touching of the face, caressing of the back, grabbing of the arm, fingers to the neck, rubbing of the knees.
Rectum.
John Kerry and John Edwards can't keep their hands off each other. On July 19th, Drudge had two exclusive scoops. Drudge dredged up the tired Botox reference with a twist that Kerry had gone back to wrinkles. After opting for a fresh-faced look for most of the campaign year, Dem presidential hopeful John Kerry was boldly going back to wrinkles, read the scoop of the century. The second story is an example of just how dishonest a reporter, again that word is in quotes, Matt Drudge is. Under a huge banner headline, "You're not going to have to look for us on vacation," Drudge ran a series of photos of John Kerry engaging in numerous activities and a quote from John Kerry saying, "You're not going to have to look for us on vacation. You're going to find us, Kerry and John Edwards, working for America." However, Drudge offers no context, nor does he offer any dates for when the photos were taken. Perhaps John Kerry's an active guy and does a lot on a weekend. You wouldn't know it from Drudge. Fact-checking, verification, accuracy, these are concepts foreign to Matt Drudge. Drudge distorts and he decides. I should have said Drudge distorts and she decides, what it should be saying. We got the pregame Marlin pregame show at 12:30. Or did I say noon? That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
At 12:30, then we got the ballgame at 105. I will say this, if you're inclined to listen from 12 to 12:30, I wouldn't get too carried away because we have nothing but spots in there for half an hour. In fact, you might want to ask Clarence, maybe I should just bail out at noon.
Yeah.
Like on Tuesday.
Mandich could do the pregame. Or the
and then we can have Mandich do it. In fact, Mad Dog could come out right now and do a little bit of build up for the Marlin game. That's right, since we're becoming more and more sports intensive now, and obviously this poll bears it out. We did the right thing on Tuesday. You bet. As Ray Perry would say, if we do a lot more talk about, then we're going to have a lot more fans, right?
Right, that's how it works.
In fact, if we have like 15, 20 stations talking about all day, it'll bring a lot more people to... 492 votes in an hour and 20 minutes, man. We are really impressed. How excited are you about the Shaq trade is our poll question on neilrogers.com. I couldn't give a Schmidt less, 245, just under 50%. Very excited. I'm pumped. 110, 22.3% are whipped up into a frenzy. Somewhat, 109, that's another 21%. That's 43.2% are just foaming at the mouth, man. They're doing a Kazatsky right now. And who the F is Shaq? 34, 7%. WQAM, hello.
George.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Who does the voice of Mo Howard on your bits? Is that Jeff DeForest?
It's Senor Wences.
Greg Reed.
Greg Reed does it?
Or maybe Jack Benny. Let's see. Facts about Grosse Pointe, says Mike. Blacks are already here. I'm listening online, and you're still talking about... No, we're not talking about... Absolutely not, says Mike in the Grosse Pointe, who now is listening online. So that we apologize for that, don't we?
Yes.
But he owes us an apology for calling asking them stupid basketball questions.
I apologize.
Because if he's listening online, he should know better. This ain't no stupid sports show, and we don't really give a crap about Detroit and about Shaq and the Heat. I don't care. Not one teeny tiny little bit. I didn't care before Tuesday. I don't care now. I'm not going to be some phony bandwagon jumper. That's the number one pastime in South Florida. Bandwagon jumping. Am I right?
About 30, man.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Tony
fans.
Wow. Talk about the land of make-believe. 20 before noon at 560 WQAM. When we come back after the break, we're going to have over 500 votes on there. In an hour and a half.
All right.
Hey, that's something. That means we got several people out there voting over and over again.
About 30, man.
Let me tell you about Dry Concepts. I've talked about these people for a long, long time on this show. In fact, I've used them in my homes for over 20 years personally. They've been in town since 1979, which sounds like 25 years to me. And the reason that they're still around is because they're the best. Nobody does a job for you of making your carpets look brand new like Dry Concepts, and nobody gives you a better deal all the way around because they give you a written, guaranteed price up front before they start the work. No tack-ons, no surprises, no phony $5.95 per room scams, none of that BS. Just a stupendous, unbeatable job of sucking out the deep down dirt in your carpets, way down there in the fibers that you can't see with the naked eye, which leaves them really, really clean. I mean, just like brand new. They dry in a couple of hours. They smell lemony fresh, so you really can clean today, entertain tonight. Not just a slogan, it's reality when you call Dry Concepts. And when you do make that phone call, you can save an extra 15% off their already unbeatable price by having you put on the standby list. Just say, put my name on your standby list. They'll call you when they have an opening, and they'll be over and do their job no time at all. Pick up that phone and call them right now for your carpeting, your furniture, your drapery, your expensive Aryan Oriental rugs. Call toll-free 1-800-248-5071 because nobody in the world does a job for you like Dry Concepts. 1-800-248-5071 or check them on the web at dryconcepts.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
Yeah.
What's the trick to achieving longevity? I mean, that's something I think about often.
Completely, madly abuse drugs. And
party. Let's take some calls. Johnson City, Tennessee is on with us. You've got Nick and Jessica. Go ahead.
Hi, Ryan. This is Andrea.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
Jessica, is it true you don't drink milk because you can't fit your head in the carton?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll admit it.
Well, is it also true that you hired a private detective to find out if you were related to Homer and Bart Simpson?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to do with her. She's out of control.
Columbus, Ohio, you're on.
Yeah, I keep seeing advertisements on the internet about a Nick and Jessica sex tape. Is that really you guys?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, we have a clip. Take a look at Nick and Jessica.
Naked.
Yeah.
Wow, where can I get a copy of that?
In store. Can you get it now?
Yeah.
Okay. And no regrets in deciding to do this.
Oh, no, we're so happy we did it. We are so happy.
We get off on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very gratifying for us, so.
Yeah.
Well said.
11:45. I think you can pick it up at your neighborhood farm store and also get that carton of milk at the same time. I am so tired of them. It's just, in fact, that poll you had yesterday with her, the two of them.
Sure.
I mean, I just, they're all over the place. It's like wall-to-wall, even almost as bad as, but not quite. 523 votes. We did it. What did I tell you when we came back after the break? We'd have over 500 votes on there. And not that that means anything, but I just thought I'd mention it. Last year after the United States invaded Iraq, Carlos Delgado, now, George, I'm sure you're very familiar with Carlos.
Hola.
He's his favorite.
Carlos Delgado, in his own quiet way, said that for him, enough was enough. Delgado, the Toronto Blue Jays slugger, by the way, who they wish to hell would waive his no-trade clause and get the hell out of here, but he won't. And one of America's most respected players in baseball had stood for the playing of God Bless America games through the 2003 season, but vowed not to do so this season. In an act of simple, mostly unnoticed protest, mostly unnoticed because nobody watches the Blue Jays and why should they waste their time, mostly unnoticed protest against the war in Iraq, Delgado, a 32-year-old first baseman, has chosen to remain in the dugout while God Bless America is played. You go, boy. Nice going, Carlos. I'm trying not to get anyone mad, he said on Monday in Oakland. This is my personal feeling. I don't want to draw attention to myself or go out of my way to protest. If I make the out in the last of the seventh inning, I'll stand there, but I'd rather be in the dugout. Good for him, says William Roden in the New York Times. In the world of mainstream sports where cookie-cutter athletes rarely take a stand on any issue, let alone one as highly charged as a war, Delgado is unafraid to question a ritual that he doesn't agree with. Delgado's protest has been so subtle that Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig didn't even know about it until I called him on Monday, says William Roden. When you called me today, you actually startled me, he said from his office in Milwaukee. Selig later read a statement he had prepared on Delgado. I'm in the process of getting more information, but eventually I'd like to sit down and discuss it with Carlos. Selig said, I'm very sensitive to this kind of issue, both as a matter of respect for our country and for one's right to express his opinion. Selig, who's a major hole, in the aftermath of 9/11, ordered all teams to play God Bless America, injecting a political statement into the games. I don't honestly think that we politicize the issue, Selig said, calling it a matter of respect. After all, we do have troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. With all due respect to Selig, once God Bless America became a political statement, a player like Delgado became free to express his own political views. At any rate. I just mentioned that in passing. Anybody care about Carlos Delgado?
No.
No, because what does he have to do with... Right. No, seriously, when you look at this poll, I mean, this proves how you people are being led by the nose, just like Alien. Same thing. Was it a big story?
No.
No, should it have been?
No.
Was it of any significance to anybody out there except people are related?
No.
No. But whatever the media says, if they tell you to jump through hoops, how high do I have to jump, you know? Yeah, hoops. Exactly. Hoops, professional hoops. Right. See how it all ties in together? No, seriously, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of...
You love Shakira's top 10 hit, Underneath Your Clothes. Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story. There's a man I'm drawn. And now you love her new album, Shakira Sings Other People's Hits. She already made music history by recording her first English-language album. And now she's taking her art form to the next level by re-recording songs that were already hits in English, only this time they're in English again. Shakira Sings Other People's Hits. Shakira Sings Other People's Hits. If you really, really like Shakira's CD laundry service, then you'll really, really, really like her new CD. Shakira Sings Other People's Hits. No tenemos en español en estos momentos.
I will say this, I do love Shakira.
Yeah, what's not to like?
Right, she's great. 11:49, 11 before noon. We're just killing some time. I realize now more than ever before. I wasn't positive of it. Many times we've been like a lead into the Marlin game or some other sports event or press conference, but we're just like the filler material before the important sports crap comes on. That's what really counts. Because the sports is
rock solid.
I mean, we're just like hanging on by a thread. Wait till a week from today when that book comes out. Right, the whole book will be out on next Thursday.
Can't wait.
Oh, no, that's right. It comes out on Wednesday, I believe, isn't it?
Wednesday.
When you're on?
Wednesday, yes.
So next Thursday, since we have another short show, another 2.5-hour show before the Marlin game, that'll probably kill all of that time, a good part of it, between 10 and 12:30. So don't overdo it on Wednesday. 5670560. You're probably going to want to take a lot of these great calls. Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
This is a big call.
The dreg line is what we're going to call now. Before we had the loser line, now we got the dregs line. That's all we got left. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello. There you go. That's a medley of our call right there. That's it. 5670560. There isn't one person yet who's called it, even with this poll we're taking today, to tell us why they had no interest before in the Heat, in the NBA, in professional basketball ever in their lives, and all of a sudden they're whipped up into a frenzy and they're voting as they are in this poll. Not a one, has the cojones because they don't want to admit that they're just a bunch of bandwagon jumping phonies. That would be too embarrassing, right? Somebody might recognize the voice. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, George sucks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. WQAM, hello.
Who's better, you or Michael Moore?
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Chickapee.
5670560, pound 560 on it. We haven't had one of these in a long time, you know what?
Yeah.
Not long enough. No, because people, and that business I was rambling, I told off this morning, that business about extending the contract, doing all this other crap. I was just having a brain fart. A senior moment.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
A little weakness.
But if anybody ever asked me, well, what are you going to miss most about doing a show in Miami for all of these years?
Stop dirty, man.
Certainly the callers would have to be right. Huh? Wouldn't that be it? The great phone calls.
Tony. You missed that.
Oh, you got food from Tony's today?
Enough. Yeah, thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad, over there at Tony's. You're great. They're at the Northwest 2nd Avenue and somewhere.
193.
193rd Street, and they are just fine. Pizzas and subs and all kinds of good stuff. They've been very nice to us. They've been great to us over the years, and thank goodness for that. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to be on the radio.
You'd like to be on the radio? Well, listen, if you got a big one, hop right on it, okay? He wants to be on the radio. If you got little teeny tiny feet and one of them big old console GE radios like I used to have as a little kid, just hop right on it, but just tipped over. It's probably going to break. They're antiques. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. We're searching for the perfect call. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Yes, Mr. Caller.
Yes, good to have you back. El Boro's been boring us crazy.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to let you know that.
You want to let me know that? Okay, well, I don't really give a crap. How do you like that? If he bores you crazy, then don't listen when he's on, okay? If I bore you crazy, then don't listen when I'm on. You got no material. You're an idiot.
I have no line.
Just thought I'd let you know that. Kiss your ass. That's a little raspberry for you, okay? A little teeny tiny one. Yeah.
Was it a sneaker?
No. See, you can't say that. Now, don't start with the sneakers again. That woman's going to call back about them $75 sneakers, okay? Good thing they aren't giving them all Nikes. Probably cost them like $250. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, listen, I was wondering if you've seen the show on the History Channel about secret societies.
No.
They had a show on there over the weekend. I've seen it before, but it has to do with our president there being in a secret society in his senior year of Yale.
Yeah, we know. It's old news. Old news, pal. Yeah, we know all about that. 56705, maybe I'll give you the secret handshake, okay? I know that Duff likes to give people a secret handshake.
You are not alone, guys.
A little finger on the palm of the hand. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
This is Jay. Last time I'll give my name. But yeah, what I was saying about bandwagon fan. Yeah. I'm not a bandwagon fan, but my wife now, she wants to watch the NBA just because Shaq is on down here in Miami. And
why is that?
That's the only reason we don't want to watch basketball now.
You mean there actually are going to be people who go into the arena who are going to not just show up at the game, but they're actually going to watch the game as opposed to going upstairs and schmoozing and smoking and drinking and not paying any attention to what's going on? That's going to be quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, well, I feel because, for example, Michael Jordan, people pay tickets to see Michael Jordan. They want an experience to watch him.
Experience
so
what?
Shaq.
You're putting Shaq in the same league with Michael Jordan?
I wouldn't say that. Jordan took the league to the next level. But
yeah.
Shaq is making a big impact. He's making a very big impact.
That's really sad. That breaks my heart. Makes me want to cry all day. Good luck, you pally.
All right, take care.
Say hi to Mickey Harrison, okay? Loan him a few bucks. Times are tough. Hope he's having a good time in Europe and in Israel as he's probably over there siphoning off some of that money that Daddy left behind, that $9 billion. 5670560, pound 5. See, I want to give you a good parallel. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
I know that because I don't care about. But I will say this: if I don't like, as you know, I don't like fish. I like some seafood. I like, well, I don't want to say it. Josh can say it.
Seafood.
Yeah, and like lobster, stuff like that. But I don't like fish. So if there's an all-fish restaurant, see where I'm going with this?
Where are you going?
In other words, I don't care about the NBA. I don't care about pro basketball. It wouldn't make any difference who or what or what flavor or how good. If you had an all-fish restaurant and said, oh, you're really going to love it, I still wouldn't go there because I don't like fish. Following?
As if like I said, oh, I'm going to go to the Heat games now because Shaq's here.
But I'm just talking, not to you, but I'm just you're taking it personal now. But just in general, I don't get it.
No, I don't know.
And even as little attention as I pay, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist or an NBA fan to realize that putting Shaquille O'Neal in the same category with Michael Jordan, you have to be like some kind of a bozo. You have to be making like a real stretch. Even Josh Cordes would agree with that.
Damn right. I don't see the difference. Both bald-headed, tall.
Yeah, good point.
Basketball.
Don't be picking on, or you're going to be out, man. Probably get a call. I'll probably be getting a call this afternoon. From Greg. Oh, congratulations. No, it'll actually be next week when the book comes out. Congratulations on the good ratings. And by the way, I've decided to terminate yeah. So you better watch your stealth.
I got a mirror.
4 minutes till noon at 560 WQM. When you're moving or renovating, that's the best time to make that call and get you a great night's sleep from Dial Mattress. Make that first night in your dream house heavenly with a brand new top quality name brand mattress from our friends at Dial Mattress. You pick the date and time for delivery to fit your move-in schedule when it's convenient for you. and Dollar Mattress is on time 99.7% of the time. Nobody's got a better selection of queen and king-size mattresses than Dollar Mattress, ready for immediate delivery. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS right now, you'll get a great mattress at an unbeatable discount price without the schlepping around, without wasting gas and getting all sweated up. Dollar Mattress is ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. They were winners of the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torch of Excellence Award. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll choose from the complete line of Sealy, Serta, King Coil, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, and even Stearns and Foster Hewitt. Everybody with a brain at QAM, which is a limited number, have called Dollar Mattress. You ought to be doing the same. I've been using them for years. Wouldn't think of getting a mattress any other way. Log on to their website, mattress.com, or for a great night's sleep for years to come, just make that one easy call. Sit there on your big fat ass, reach over and grab that phone and call 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Hey, basketball fans. What could be better than watching your favorite players slam dunk? How about watching them get dunked in the slammer? You can with the all-new NBA Criminal League. Yes, all your favorite players on the court are now in court. There's Kobe Bryant, Darrell Armstrong, Damon Stoudemire, Glenn Robinson, Chris Webber, Jerry Stackhouse, and of course, Allen Iverson. When all the NBA superstars are in lockdown, the action is locked up. The NBA Criminal League.
I'll tell you, with this much talent, it's going to be awful tough to pick the MVP, the most violent prisoner. Oh, Spectre.
They've gone from committing fouls to committing felonies, and you can be a material witness to all the drama with the NBA Criminal League.
See there, man? That's what I call a dead ball.
The NBA Criminal League.
I love these gangsters!
From 02 at 560 WQAM, we are really intensive for the foreseeable future, I would say, right? From now to the end of time.
Until he retires.
Oh, and even then, beyond, over and above. 562 votes on the poll. How excited are you about the Shaq trade? I couldn't give a shit less. 275, 49%. Very excited. I'm pumped. I'm fired up and whipped up to a frenzy. 127, 22.5%. Somewhat, 116. And who the F is Shaq? 44, 7.8%. So you got 43.1%. I'm just wondering one thing.
Why?
That's all I'm asking.
What do you mean?
I mean, if it's good for South Florida, if it's good for something, even if it's good for nothing, well, good. And here's one. It says, who cares about this freaking 9/11 commission? We got, who cares about this stuff?
But now we've been warned.
See, there you go. We got a warning. And George has got his warning that if you don't care more about, he's out. It's now mandatory. It's probably going to be in everybody's contract. And you can't just pretend to care. You have to, really care. It's like religion. You can't just pretend to believe in God. You got to believe, man. You got to really believe in the Lord.
I'll wear a Shaq bobblehead doll around my neck.
Excellent. And then you can wear a Mo Flat Top piece, too, while you're at it. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yeah.
I think you ought to start having a Shaq alert.
Yeah.
Somebody sees him out on the highway or something. Or
a Shaq sighting.
Shaq sighting, like you used to have the pig alert.
Right.
I think that would be great.
Excellent. We'll start that right away. As a matter of fact, I heard some of that banter that was going on that you kept putting on here on Tuesday from Channel 6 and 7 and 4 and 89 and 69. And, the one guy, I'm so excited to be here to see him. Why? Well, I don't get it. I don't understand that. No, seriously, why? Why would you drive anywhere to see a guy who plays a sport or who's I just don't get it. I'm sorry.
It's Shaq.
Oh, I forgot about that. Man, you wonder why the world is in the shape that it's in right now. Right there, just that episode on Tuesday, the hysteria. Even Muff said that she was just embarrassed and humiliated by it.
Would you like to feel relaxed once again?
Oh, God, what a thought. 5670560, and we got to get these breaks in, man. If it sounds like it's all spots radio in this half hour, it is, because we got the Marlin pregame at 12:30, baby, to which we say, all right. We love the Marlins. And let me ask you, the Marlins small potatoes just because they've been going through some rocky road lately? Don't say rocky road. I want to stay on my thing now, please. I've been doing extremely well, 9.5 pounds.
Very good.
In fact, next week, by Tuesday, I'll be under 190. I'll be like 180-something, 188, 87 for the first time in years. Yeah. I'm backing away from that 200 thing and doing very nicely, thank you. 5 minutes past noon at 560. All the spots, all the time. As a matter of fact.
Another break already?
Oh. Well, they don't care about this show, and they certainly don't care about this show. Even the sports shows they don't care that much about, or they wouldn't be putting like 45 minutes of spots on an hour, which they always have done. We're just a bunch of whores, only at least on this station we admit it. Let me ask you this. Is your company suffering from regulations and increased labor costs? Let Oasis Outsourcing help you when it comes to the people side of your business. Payroll administration, Fortune 500 company employee benefits, human resource services, and risk management are just a few of the services that Oasis Outsourcing can cover to help your business be more profitable. Call Oasis Outsourcing today for a free evaluation at 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747. With more than 60,000 employees worldwide, Oasis Outsourcing understands the many facets of human resource management. Outsourcing is being recognized by firms large and small as a powerful management choice, which lets you focus on your core business while leaving the operational details to Oasis Outsourcing. So let the folks at Oasis Outsourcing make your business more profitable. If you'd like a free evaluation for your business with absolutely no obligation, call their toll-free number. Just call 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747 for Oasis Outsourcing.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Did he tuck it or did he cock it?
Charles Oakley of the NBA's Toronto Raptors has made a shocking revelation. The former New York Knick claims that 60% of the NBA is on dope, wacky weed, pot, doobies, grass. We asked some high-profile NBA players if it was true. Atlanta Hawks center, Dikembe Mutombo.
I'd like to answer you and that question, but my tongue has become unhooked on me, and me pelvis went numb.
Los Angeles Laker guard Kobe Bryant. Dude. Philadelphia 76er guard Allen Iverson.
That's whack. Wickety whack. Wickety whack. Yo, man, you standing on my roach clip.
And the league's elder statesman, John Stockton from the Utah Jazz.
That is 100% false. Sometimes there's a little boogie dancing as the younger players favor the hop-hip music, but narcotics, absolutely not.
The NBA, nothing but addicts.
12:11 at 560 WQAM, just 19 minutes away. From pregame show for the Marlin Philly game. Game time 105 in Philadelphia. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. As we ask the musical question today.
Why?
WQAM, hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Well, first of all, I want to say that the spectacle on the local news the other day with Shaq's press conference was funny, and it was actually kind of a joke. I couldn't believe it. But then the other thing I wanted to bring up to you was sort of an
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was sort of an observation. I find it humorous. I wanted to see what you thought. Did you ever notice anytime one of those fakers has to do a prayer, they use the word just about 30 times? Oh, I'd just like to ask the Lord to just be blessing us and just. I'd like to see them do one, prayer without using the word just. What do you think?
What did he say?
Just.
Oh, that's what I thought he said. 567-0560, pound 560. I thought he said on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I would like to know Shaq's salami size.
Hebrew National. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, remember when Gordie Howe founded the Whalers?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, too, huh?
And
then Harry Reasoner died, and I never got over it.
That was great. See, you have a little faith.
Nope.
You just keep plugging away, and sooner or later, after the first 40, 50,000, maybe not even 40 or 50.
About 30, man.
First 30,000, man, then you get one that's really just sticks with you, sticks to your ribs. Kind of like. WQAM, hello.
QAM?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to talk to the program director?
About what?
I wanted to put in a claim to try to get Jim Rome over there.
No chance. No chance. We wouldn't put that crap on if you paid us $1,000 a second. Yeah, get lost, schmuck. Put a claim in to get Jim Rome over there. Jim Rome's on 1400, idiot.
What does
Jim
that
Rome
mean?
and Tony Bruno, we're more than happy to tell you, you 15 sports nerds out there that can't get enough of the same... seriously, the whole sports nerd thing to me, just I can't say it enough.
Nothing compares.
There is nothing I've ever experienced in my lifetime of any sort, whether it's the religious nuts or... This is a religion.
Right.
This is in the same category. It's a religion, only what's the payoff?
Right.
And, of course, in South Florida, the payoff is, I feel better about myself because we won. We did this. We my ass, okay? We. Good God almighty, we. They're speaking French now again, like that guy from Lutz. We. Yeah, exactly. You tell him, Joe. And let me say it again. Even Joe Rose, the ex-jock sniffer himself, who used to take a lot of showers with Mad Dog, and they didn't even play on the same team. Even he believes it's ludicrous, it's embarrassing, it's pathetic, it's laughable. The psychosis and the aberrant behavior in South Florida over some dumb jock signing a contract for millions and millions of dollars like this is going to change all of the other things that are going on. I guess, it's a good diversion. It makes people forget about where they really are, the stuff that's going on.
I have no line.
Right. 12:14.
Another break already?
You bet, because we just want the money, baby. We don't care about it. You can take Jim Rome. In fact, you can take him to Rome. They'll probably turn him down. Take one look at him. Achapikia, man. Get his ass out of there. Sounds like a 10-year-old grade school kid on the air. Hey, the deals are heating up right now, and the 2004 model year is winding down. Tired of that old gas guzzler you're driving? You want a new car or truck that will give you dependability and reliability? Then you need to get on down to Armstrong Toyota of Homestead today. On US 1, 20 minutes south of the 836, they're worth the drive to save thousands on new Toyotas. Right now, Armstrong Toyota of Homestead is throwing out all remaining 04s and passing great savings on to you. Lease an 04 Camry LE sedan, 48-month lease, just $279 a month with no money down. Looking for a great truck? How about the Toyota Tacoma 4x4? It can be yours, and you get $1,000 cash back from Toyota. What's not to like? Looking for the hottest new cars around? Be sure and take a look at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead. They're locally owned and operated. They treat you like family. They'll make you a deal that you just can't turn down. Their service department's even open late to late weeknights to make sure all your service work is done. Armstrong Toyota of Homestead was the first dealer to offer you free tires and batteries for life, and now they're the first to offer you free replacement parts for life. That is absolutely correct. Tires, batteries, and free parts for life. Nobody else be doing that. You won't get a better deal on your Toyota anywhere in town, so it's worth the drive on down there. Just 20 minutes south of the 836 at the corner of US 1 and 293rd Street in Homestead. No bait and switch, no phony deals, just unbeatable low everyday prices, 365 days a year. Drive a little and save a ton on that new Toyota, only at Toyota of Homestead.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
Lollipop, little boy?
No matter how unfair it may seem, people judge you by the words you use. Like this one.
Abu Ghraib.
What word did you say?
Abu Ghraib.
If you express your thoughts like a dysfunctional retard, the only way you'll make it in life is if you're born into enormous wealth and have a father with friends in high places.
Abu Ghraib.
Unless you learn Hooked on Brain Cells. It's an easy-to-use guide on great big words like
situation.
Learn fancy-pantsy elitist words where you want, when you want. That's poor English, too. But no matter. To order your Hooked on Brain Cells, call 1-800...
Abu Ghraib.
It's 12:20 at 560. Man, it's the countdown, just 10 minutes away from the Marlin pregame show.
Oh!
All right. Of course, the Dolphins are going to really stink this year. It's going to be like 7-9, maybe 8-8 with a little bit of luck. They have some really blind officials during one of the games looking the other way.
But what does that matter anymore?
That's right. That pales in with the Panthers. We may have a lockout this season. And we're waiting for that great announcer to broadcast the Panther games on radio on QAM.
Hockey, what's that?
Right. And, of course, as far as the Marlins are concerned, well, they've been playing under 500 since those first 9 games, since that 8-1 start. They've been, floundering, especially lately. They're, what are they, 3rd or 4th now? 3rd place?
Yeah, they're tied for 3rd.
Tied for 3rd.
3 games back.
Oh, no. So they're only 3 games out, but, under 500, I believe, or are they back to 500?
500.
500, even Steven. So they're having a fine year. Not a great year, but they're a fine year by all measures. But, it's the mediocre division, like I say, and you keep arguing, but it is. But why would we care about that, you know? When we got... Right. Right? I mean, you talk about phony. Man, oh man, they're running around. This is the only place in the world where people, after the Marlins won the World Series last season, the people are going out and buying Marlin paraphernalia, and then the following day after the parade, going back to the stores to try to return it for a refund. I think what we ought to do is, I got a great idea. Rent a uniform. Yeah.
There you go.
For all the bandwagon jumpers, rent a cap, rent a jersey, rent a sports schmata, something.
Right, banner.
Because we know that once the team goes into crapper, that you're not going to want any part of that. Who the hell wants that? What does that have to do with 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Speaking.
What do you think about for the do tourism for Miami? You can call it Shack and Crack.
I like it. The Crack Shack sounds good. We've got the Crab Shack. How about the Crack Shack? Yeah.
All right.
I think that guy had a hell of a deal. I'll go in partners with you, pal. 50-50. Make a fortune. We can retire by the end of next week. The Crack. Yeah.
I think there's a few of those already in town, though.
Oh, are there really? Yeah, like that one kitty corner of the station there, like on Ives-Dairy Road. 5670560. Right by the barber shop there. Pound 560 on the AT&T.
Next to where they sell the meat pies.
They cut it real fine. And Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the Neil Show?
This is the Neil Show, yes.
Okay. I forgot the pound at 560, so I was ringing it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
About this jihad or the terrorists.
Uh-huh.
What is the reason? Why is it that they hate us so much in the first place? Does it have anything to do with the sanctity of the land that the Israelis are occupying?
No, it has to do with the headgear. We don't wear the right headgear.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
What started it?
What started what? Well, 5,000 years ago, somebody decided to tell them God told them to kill each other, and they've been trying ever since. 5670560, pound 560. It's that good old-time religion, sweetheart. That's what does it every time. Give me that good old-time religion. Let's go kill the people who don't believe the same crap that we believe in. And I keep telling you that for almost 30 years.
About 30, man.
And they don't want to believe that, most of the people out there, because they're brainwashed. Just like this same thing. It's a religion. It is a freaking religion. Oh, and this is... Neil, you just don't understand. Maybe because you're not here. Like I said, this is one more reason I'm glad I'm there as little as possible. Because it is just so mind-boggling to me. I can't think of anything ever in all the long, amazing, mysterious years that I've been in South Florida. I can't think of anything that even comes close. Even Alien.
No.
Paled in insignificance, even though it lasted for a long time because people were bored and they had to have something to get angry about. And you want to know they want to get angry, don't you? Because hate is our middle name in South Florida.
Everybody hates everybody all the time.
But
another break already?
We don't have time to be playing that because we got to get in all these spots. 25 past noon. I guess the audience thought I was kidding when I talked about All Spots Radio this half hour. Hey, listen, we need the cash at QM because we got a lot of big bucks to pay for... Although he is going to be paying a lot of our bills soon. Boy, he better start right away. Hey, if you're on the Atkins diet, South Beach Sugar Busters, or any low-carb, sugar-free diet, Delights of West Boca has helped thousands of low-carb dieters just like you achieve their weight loss goals. Today, shopping for the right low-carb products has become more and more confusing. Most of the so-called low-carb products on grocery store shelves won't help you lose weight. In fact, some are loaded with calories and carbs and will actually make you gain weight. So don't sabotage your weight loss goals. Come into Delights of West Boca. They'll help you stay on the right track with hundreds of the best-tasting, lowest-carb products. And great deal they have going is you can try anything in the store before you buy it. They have a knowledgeable staff, and they're open every day till 10. Don't forget their guaranteed lowest price policy on all Atkins, Carbolites, and Pure Delight products. Delights of West Boca will not be undersold. You'll find Delights on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market, or call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's with a W. 1-877-LOW-CARB, or on the web it's lowcarb.com. Don't forget, Delights of West Boca, it's your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Rock solid. Marlins pregame game coming up next. We got the Marlins and the Phillies 105. The Humper follows the ball game. The Big at 7. We apologize for that, but keep in mind he really is
rock solid
between the ears. 639 votes. How excited are you about the trade? And they are, man. They're foaming at the mouth. Couldn't give a Schmidt last 312, 49%, but very excited. I'm pumped, 144, 22.5%. Somewhat excited, 134, 20.9%. 43.4% are dancing in the streets, baby, for you got it. And the 49 people say, who the F is Shaq? Who the what? Who the F is who? Oh, yeah, but what about
sexual